Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hopefully, this video pans out, works out. I was kind of upset last week. I made such a pleasant video. I kind of tied everything together. And didn't upload. I'm very upset about it. It's around 9 a.m. A little bit later in the day. I usually make these morning chit chat videos, but alas, I still have my coffee. Maxwell Coffee House, Colombian. I think there's two flavors, original and Colombian. I like the Colombian better. Anyway, happy Friday. How y'all doing? How's it going? Anything new to discuss? Nothing new to discuss here. I haven't really been doing my research, but I have been reading my books. That's good. Most of them are free little library, except for my Darwin, the Descent of Man book. That one my mom got on Amazon, but she got it for like $5. She does have Amazon Prime. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. I guess not much to discuss. Nothing really new going on in politics. I saw that the Save America Act is ready to get passed by Congress and then signed into law, I think as part of the yearly budget. I saw on C-SPAN, they said, it is I forget who it was. I think it was some Republican. I forget who exactly. But they're saying we can't go on recess without passing a budget. He was like, on C-SPAN, he was like, the custodian cleans these floors. and so on and so forth, to go on down the line as far as the federal government and stuff. So it is our moral duty as Congress people to pass this a budget, to not go on recess without a budget being passed. And I was like, you know what? Amen. That's true. Where the bar got so low where it's like Congress can just go on recess for their summer vacation and not pass a budget for the year. Anyway, I was convinced they all need to pass the budget and the Save America Act voting measures. I'm talking a lot about January 6th. I talked about it last Friday on my video that somehow didn't download on my phone. But my tarot card video worked, so at least there's that. I said, I wonder how many views I would have gotten. But I guess it's negligible. Right? This is what I've been telling y'all 6 years and all this stuff. So. Not one meet and greet. Not one interview. But my tarot card video did upload. So at least there's that. I downloaded it on my phone and I uploaded it on YouTube. Anyway, happy Friday. How's it going? Congress is about to go on recess. Other than that, I don't really have anything new to discuss. I just wanted to say hello. How y'all doing? As a YouTuber. Pardonable Lies. I forget. Jacqueline Winspear, I think, is the author. I got it at a free little library here in this neighborhood. And finished that one. I got another one that's like a honeymoon something. I started that one. It's like such a real romance novel. I would go over there because there's like somebody keeps popping out in the street over there. I would go over there, but it's in the sun. It's 9 o'clock. Here it is, shade. I'm staying here. I'm just gonna try to ignore that. But it's as far as that goes. Same old, same old. You know what this car represents? I'm not a celebrity and public figure. I've never been filmed. That's what this car means. In case you didn't know. In case there is any confusion. To clear that up. I'm not a celebrity and public figure. I do not have any money. I'm a diagnosed schizophrenic. Living off my mom's teacher retirement salary. Anyway. Yeah. Reading a lot of fiction books. I usually don't read. I used to not read a lot of fiction books, but it's kind of nice to read fiction books because you don't have to concentrate so much on it. They keep popping out because you don't have to concentrate so much on it. You can just kind of read it, speed read, and boom, you just read a book. I don't know what else to watch on Hulu. I was watching that Agatha Christie's Poirot. I think I watched all the seasons they have available on Hulu like twice now already. So I gotta be gotta be reading. So you know what this fiction book is quite like a TV show or a movie. Just read that. Darwin, the Descent of Man is very interesting. I think it's very interesting, and it is controversial, and I can understand how some people say it's controversial. But he has such it's controversial because one of the words he uses, today have a very different meaning than they did back then. I think back then it was just like, that's how people were like. He says of the lower races, and I haven't really gotten too far into that. One could argue that's a little bit more anthropology than biology. Don't forget the print. (24/7, 365). Okay. But anyway, what do you call it? Yeah, there's some terminology and ways of thinking that we just don't use today. We're a lot more open-minded, and I think one of the reasons is probably advancement in medicine and stuff like that. He's really religious. Darwin in the Descent of Man book. And he puts religion at a really, as far as the human race and man, he really puts religion at the forefront. He thinks he really holds it in high regard as far as the man as his species. I think I'm on chapter 4 still. But anyway, what I'm saying is I can see how there's room to say it's a very controversial and backward book, but if you want my honest opinion, I think it's just like his Origin of Species book. The biology and science is a little different now, obviously because of technology and stuff like that. But for the most part, as far as the science, Charles Darwin is a fundamental figure. His work is, I'm not sure what science class would be like. We're never going to discuss Darwin as introductory. Um, he has a different kind of way of mapping things out. Um, he says the lower species, and I think some people hear that and they're like, "Did you just disrespect me or whatever?" Um, but he's not. He doesn't. He doesn't. He didn't. He has the utmost, even throughout the book, he has like the utmost respect for all species, and including man. And he talks a lot about this, uh, not reversion, I guess rudimentary. He says there's lower species, a common ancestor. I don't know if he says if we all come from a common ancestor, but he does talk about in history and man being like the homo, like how they used fire and stuff like that, like a long, long time ago. I don't know if he has yet to say this origin of all species are similar or the same. I don't think I've read that yet, but he does say that like we're a higher species of the highest, right? And he uses, I guess, religion as a part of that reasoning, but also a lot of other things too. And he talks about common ancestors, but I guess kind of like he just talks about common ancestors or common progenitor or something like that. And he talks a lot about this rudimentary. I hate to say reversion. He uses some R word that I can't think of right now. But basically, you can evolve higher and higher and higher, like from worm to human or worm to ape or monkey or whatever. But if you're in the same species, you can kind of like lose something, some adaptation or whatever. I thought I understood it, and I'm having like a really hard time explaining this to y'all right now. So I'm gonna have to go over it again. But it's part of his natural selection thing. But anyway, I'm gonna have to study it some more. I thought it would be a lot easier for me to explain this to y'all, but I guess not. I'll have to review it again. But yes, how far as evolution, I guess to try one more attempt, it's just this you can lose an adaptation for whatever reason, but it's like this kind of fundamental thing that a species has already had, even if it's over the lower species, something like that. I don't know, but for the most part, he's very respectful of each species. His language is a bit, I guess, questionable. I guess one can say because of the time gap and stuff like that. But yeah, I do enjoy reading that book. Science. Anyway, just been reading and stuff, going for a run. Went to Kimmy's yesterday. Hello, Senior Cat. So yeah. Guess that's what's going on. 15 minutes. I don't really have much new to discuss with y'all. Here I am, another day, another dollar. That's just what it is. But I feel really good about it. I really feel like I'll be able to join society. feel it in my bones. Um, uh, uh, for several reasons. Uh, it could be a part of the cycle, right? Because sometimes I'm like, okay, things have gone on better, and then we just get part of this cycle again. Confinement and restraint. But I really do feel good about it. I feel like my hopes, obviously, is the sooner the better. I'm ready at a moment's notice, but I'm really hoping for this year, y'all. Okay? Fingers crossed. Feeling really good about it. So here we are. Oh, speaking of which, did y'all see? They're interviewing Fauci's COVID. Again, that's another reason why I feel really good about it. So, oh my god. Rand Paul still has the same arguments, which looking back on it, he didn't have anything to say about, like, did Rand Paul forget that 45 at the time was like, it's up to the states. The states need to declare a state of emergency. Rand Paul forgot about all this mess. He's just like, you the head of the CDC, Fauci, and it's all your fault. He kept talking about gain of function, and then he got real mad that his lawyer was there. But Rand Paul's not a lawyer, he's a doctor. So maybe that's why. I don't know, hindsight bias. 6 years ago, I'm like, I don't even know why they fight in this fight. It's so interesting to see what people have taken away after a 6-year kind of break from COVID. So it was this ruining of people's businesses. It was up to the states. It was this him being a doctor. He didn't say one thing about this testing. How can we accurately talk about this if the whole testing process isn't at all scientific as far as a population is concerned? Which obviously goes into the vaccine argument too. There was Operation Warp Speed. It's the flu, and the flu seemed. I remember I got swine flu. It was hard to breathe. There's bird flu going on, swine flu, and stuff like that. I guess the flu virus is not so beatable like what is it called? I don't know. I think it makes you not be able to walk. They had a vaccine for that, right? But polio, I thought it started with an E, but I could be confused about it. But anyway, it was interesting to see people's Republican and Democrat, the way they treated them. And I was just thinking about it. I really don't know why they're putting it all on Fauci again. I guess the CDC had a lot to do with it, but I don't know. I just thought Rand Paul looked ridiculous. I can't believe he's still is he a senator? Kentucky. A lot of stuff going on in Kentucky, Rand Paul, huh? Let's focus on Fauci. But anyway, yeah. Ivermectin. I never heard of ivermectin. I saw Matt Taibbi tweeted something about ivermectin. I think that was it in 2020? Maybe it is in 2021. I think it might have been in 2021 now I think about it. Matt Taibbi of Rolling Stone, of Useful Idiots, of Empire Files. I don't know. I said some rando progressive of the Democratic Party, to the left of the Democratic Party, tweeted about ivermectin, and then it's like they still have rafts of ivermectin to this day. I said, well, how come he can know about it and I can't know about it? That's what I thought at the time. So I didn't get a college degree, but I did study a little bit of science, not journalism. But anyway, I digress. What else is going on? So yeah, I guess I've been watching a lot of C-SPAN. So, what else? We're gonna go to Los Palapas today. Me, Tracy, and my mom. Tracy has off. I don't know what we're gonna do. If we're gonna go out the house or what. My mom gave me $40 on one of those MasterCard gift cards. So I've been using that to ride the bus. She said it's for the bus, etc. This is great. I love public transportation. I really do. Sometimes it gets a little crowded and I get a little uncomfortable. And nobody's recognized me. At least nobody has said that they have. But you know, same old there. But again, for the most part, the big takeaway there is what? I love public transportation. So I've been walking around and then I get into the bus, they got the air conditioning. Oh my gosh, this air conditioning, this bus is so nice. And for the most part, everybody just minds their own business. I would take Banjo on there, but it says service animals only. I said, well, Banjo is my service animal, but he technically doesn't have a certificate. But I would, if he was a service animal, I would take him on the bus and go over to Kimi's for the day instead of having my mom drop me off and pick me up. She's got, she has her street is Sumner. You just go down the street and the bus stop is literally right there. But I think I would have to cross the street because the bus going that way. But anyway, they have all these apps. They have like Trip Advisor. I don't know if that's for the Via bus or not. But anyway, they have a Via app for your ticket. I want one of those little card things that you put on the scanner. So can this be like a debit card, just reload it each time? But I think the $4 gift card is fine because I don't plan on a regularly scheduled bus ride, public transit. Oh. I just saw the nice neighbor over there. No. Oh, we're in Paul COVID. Anyway, with that being said, it's ridiculous. How's Malalia? I don't know, you tell me. But if you're wondering about that situation, it's whenever I see them out, we don't talk anymore. The husband, though, sometimes he'll be like walking the dog, and he's friendly. No comment, question, concern about Malalia. So, I understood it at the time he meant Melania, but here we are. So, anyway. The bug just flew in my face. Okay, it flew away. He's flown away. Don't worry about the bug. No bugs were harmed in the making of this video. So anyway, 25 minutes. Okay, it is getting a little warm out here. Yeah, I loved public transportation. So don't even have to be here. So anyway, literally, just kidding. My last job was at Super 8, but I'm a YouTuber now. Anyway, but not technically, because YouTubers do participate in the comment section. So I guess technically you can't really call me a YouTuber. I post videos on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, so I guess that's it. Gonna go to Las Palapas because it's what I was saying. I think it's what I was saying. My tan line. I'm gonna go to Las Palapas. I love public transit, but we're gonna go to Las Palapas because my mom has a coupon. Buy one meal, get one free. Tracy is off today. I don't know if we're gonna do anything. She just talked to me. She said, you know what she said? Tracy said, right, they're getting breakfast right in the kitchen. There's a garage, and then the laundry room, and then kitchen. Y'all might already know. I don't know. But anyway, that aside, right when I was leaving the kitchen area, Tracy said, "Oh, Michelle, did you happen to go out in the garage this morning?" I said, "No." She said, because she saw Sassafras Lavender, little calico kitty, who's actually in my Instagram post this morning, drinking the water. But anyway, we have 2 calico cats in the house. One is my mom's and one is Tracy's. My mom's is Sassy's and Tracy's is Ruby. But anyway, she's because Sassy was in the garage this morning. I said, no, I didn't. I wasn't in the garage. I didn't go out anywhere. Will be a bus out here at night? No. So I didn't say that, but I just said no, I didn't. But she did say Sassy was in the garage in the early hours of the morning, and she had to let Sassy in from the garage. Anyway, so it's been my life. I feel really good about I think this is my year, y'all. I really do. So we'll see how that goes. I hope this video uploads. All this again, all this, and it might not even upload, so we'll see. But yeah, y'all have a good one. I'm feeling really positive. I'm trying to stay positive. It was a tough week, not last week, but the week before. Really tough. Emotionally. But not really emotionally, just back alley living, you know. But anyway, yeah, I guess I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Hopefully my husband right next to me. And yeah, talk to y'all later. Happy Friday, happy weekend. Y'all have a good one. I plan on doing a tarot card video at some point in time this weekend, depending when my sister Kimmy visits and we have family time. Anyway, bye.